Do you feel like you're misunderstood? Well, watch this video and I'll share with you how you can improve your communication skills. And stick around to the end of this video and I will show you how to improve some other skills too with my Master Hack Productivity List. Hi, if you're new here, welcome. For more videos on how to excel on your career and slay your projects, subscribe to my channel and hit that bell button and you'll get a new video every Wednesday. I've been in the professional world for 20 plus years and I can attest to how important good communication skills are. I've seen my fair share of really great communication and poor communication. So I want to share with you some really simple things that can help you improve your communication skills. So let's get to it. Tip 1, listen. But wait a minute, I'm the one talking. Shouldn't they be listening to me? Whoa. That really is the first key to great communication skills, and that is to listen. Conversations are a two-way street. So if we're constantly talking at people, guess what? We're not going to really get to hear what they're saying if we're constantly the ones talking. So listen as much as you can in order to understand what the other person is saying to you. Too often we're not listening. Why? Because we're formulating thoughts in our head to make sure that we get a really good answer out to that person. Well, that loses the essence of the two-way conversation, of really understanding what the person is trying to say to you, because you're not even paying attention. It's really, really important to take that time and listen to what that other person is saying. As Sir Richard Branson says, listen more than you talk. So even make this like a game for yourself. Take note when you're listening to someone. Are you really listening? And maybe keep a little scorecard for yourself. Believe me, this is something I'm still working on today. Number 2, ask questions. Asking questions is a really powerful way to improve your communication skills. You want to be ensuring that the person that you're speaking to knows that you're actually speaking to them. Yes, you're listening, as I told you with tip 1, but on tip 2, you're going to be asking questions. You're going to be getting that conversation going back and forth. When you ask the questions, it shows that you're paying attention. Now, if for some whatever reason you really can't ask questions in the conversations, another technique you can do is to summarize what was said in a form of a question. So you can say, so if I'm hearing you correctly, you're saying that we have to take 2 paths, path A and path B. Did I interpret that correctly? Amazing way to get connected to the person that you're speaking with and to improve your communication skills. Tip 3, watch for body language and for nonverbal signals. It is said that you can actually read the room by just looking at people and seeing their body language and their nonverbal cues. In fact, statistically, they say about 55 to 93% of our communication is through our body language. So that being said, wow, is that powerful? Don't ignore it. This is why for conference calls, I really prefer video on so I can see my people. And if it's just audio, it's really difficult to pick up on nuances. But particularly when you're in a meeting, watch out for how people are actually sitting, facing. You know, some of the techniques is if everyone's in the front of the room, but one person is like this, I can promise you they're closed off and they're not part of the conversation. They're just giving you tons of information that you would not have known otherwise because they're not verbally cueing it up to you. Also take a look to what else that they're doing. Crossing their legs, are they open? So that's why sometimes hands in the pocket or like this, crossing, even though we may be insecure or maybe we're talking to someone really important, get into the habit of uncrossing them and really be open, because that in itself can be interpreted in ways that perhaps you did not want to be interpreted. So really take note of body language and nonverbal cues. Tip 4. Lose the distraction. So our biggest distraction is technology. Computers, phones, social medias, the bings, the dings that notify us that, oh, something came through. The vibration. Oh, hold on. I just got a text. How often does that happen? You're actually talking to someone and you're in a conversation and then all of a sudden they pull out their phone and they're just quickly looking, glancing. How does that make you feel? Right away you go, wait a minute, you're not even paying attention to what I'm saying. And that person may not even realize that they're actually doing it, and that's the message that's coming across. Why we're so trained with our devices, these amazing devices, as great as they are, it is a big distraction and can take away from communication. So turn it all off. If you're in a meeting or you're talking to someone or you're in front of your computer and someone comes up to you, put the screen down. or move the screen if it's a standing screen. Really focus your attention on them. Give them eye contact. Same with the phone. Don't pick it up. And if you have to, because listen, you have an emergency that may come through, tell people in advance, hey, if I pick up my phone, it's because I have an emergency. People totally understand, but just don't go to it because it's habit forming and you've built it into your daily routine. There's a vibration, ding, let me get that. I promise you, it's not that important. Stick to your conversation with the person that you're having. Tip number 5, over-communicate to communicate. If you see my other videos, I say this over and over again, and I'm going to say it over again here. Why? Because you have to over-communicate in order to communicate. Listen, with all the tips I just told you, there's tons of distractions in front of us. So when we're trying to pay attention to people, we can get really sidetracked. So if you're in a conversation, you need to sometimes over-communicate. Perhaps you need to repeat things a few times, particularly if it's instructions. So just take note, over-communicate to communicate. There's nothing wrong with it. Don't make the assumptions because you said it once, it's okay. Take note of your surrounding. Was someone paying attention or did they have the phone out when you were actually giving them some really important information? Say it again, it does not hurt. Very, very helpful. So over-communicate to communicate. Tip 6, commit to improving your communication skills. All right, now that you know the importance of communication skills, I've just given you some tips on how to go about doing it. Don't just listen and walk away. Do something with it. Commit to it. Make a habit of trying to do one thing every day as to how to improve that communication skills. In fact, here at my company, Cornerstone Dynamics, we do that. We actually pick things that we're going to personally work on. And my list, this is a running activity that I keep on doing over and over again, is listening. I'm constantly trying to focus on that. So in order to get better, you have to practice. In order to make those improvements and get better at your career, this is a really important thing because as you grow, you're going to be in management positions, leadership positions, and that's all about people. And if you're going to really lead people well, you got to know how to communicate. Now that you've mastered communication skills, it is time to hit productivity out of the park by picking out from the link below this master's hack on productivity tips. If you're looking to improve your skills, this is also some other really cool stuff that's just going to enhance your communication skills. Please subscribe to my channel, like this video, and share it with all the professionals that you know. I would love to hear from you. Let me know which communication skills tip you are going to practice today.